Yo, VIPs, let's kick it. I'm sure this is getting worse. It takes so long for the video to come up. Sorry for the long pause, people. Look how loud that is. That bloke's a knob. Right, hello, welcome to the channel. I'm Thingymajig, and this is Thingamajig's racing channel. And this evening, for your entertainment, we are covering the Ultimate Racing League, their Sunday evening racing. This is Tier 1, League 1. They have 5 leagues running on a Sunday. They're that big of a deal. They are a hive of sim racers. What do you call a group of sim racers? A community of sim racers, a commune of sim racers. 5 leagues running all at the same time. And we are covering League 1. If you go to their Facebook, all of the leagues will be there for your deliberation, and you should. I mean, you're going to listen to your wife talk about Margaret's wallpaper for an hour. Watch YouTube and watch the racing. Why not? Is anyone called Margaret anymore? I don't know. Anyway, let me give you some deets of what the Ultimate Racing League, because it's a brand new round. It's a brand new championship. You may have caught, I did the last 3 rounds of the season before. But this one, I promise you, I am full-blown here. I'm doing all 10. I'm going all in. You're getting all 10 rounds of this championship. So stay glued, because it's going to be absolute bedlam and fantastic racing all at the same time. So here we go. We're going into this championship. The lobby settings are, it's one make. All of the leagues have got one make, but they're all different cars. And League 1 are using the BMW M6 Endurance, something or other. So, yeah, they're all manning the same machinery. No excuses. The bop is on. There is no tuning. Its brake bias is on. Mechanical damage light. Visual damage is on, and ghost is on weak. I don't suppose you care about much of that. This one's an endurance race. So for the Group 3 cars, because these are Group 3 cars also. For the Group 3 cars, the tyres are on ×3 and the fuel is on ×3. So I think we're going to be seeing some thirsty beamers out there and some wrecked rear tyres, I'd imagine. No? We'll see. Endurance racers, all tyre compounds to be used for a minimum of 3 laps per tyre, depending on upon track length. And it's a rolling start. And you don't need to know about the sprint stuff. So that is the championship in a nutshell. With an extra caveat on top of that, 2 drivers have been allocated to a team, and that team will be running through all 5 leagues. So you could pick your favourite team, say Lucky Strike, biased because I drive in the Lucky Strike team, but you choose Lucky Strike as your team. You can watch all of the streams done by all of URL's commentators, and you'll have a Lucky Strike team in that vid. So it's well worth it. It's going to be interesting. So it's not only are they racing for their points, they're also racing for the team throughout the 5 leagues. All of the points between the 5 leagues will be added up. Are you with me? Hopefully. And this is going to get loud as well, because now I'm messing around with my phone to try and get a link so I can share it on Facebook. You know, spreading the word. Preach, brothers. I've got to tell you, I know we're not rushing into a grid walk, and you don't often see my videos start with the just a picture of the grid, like, what's going on thingy? Have you suddenly got lax? Suddenly don't care as much. No, what I'm telling you now is Kaz has got a rogue coder, and there's a glitch on the grid. So what grid you see there is not the real grid, and they have to reorganize themselves later around the track. So we'll look closer halfway around this track of whom is where and what. But we'll let this play out. We'll see how Kaz's rogue coder went, because there's 3 other people in front of Inky, trust me. Or 2. Inky's like, I think he's where is he? He's 6th. So here they go then. Get rid of that. You don't want that. So there's Inky. As you see all the cars in front of him go by. How bizarre. Kaz, sort your house out, my friend. They're getting blue flags and everything. Something's gone deadly wrong. So there's Inky. That's a Lucky Strike car. We've got Firepower. He's further down there. Now Firepower's first, believably. Brisbane's back, though. Brisbane's in second. No, now he's in first. Unforgiven in second. Victor is in third. Paul is fourth. Oh no, Inky's moving with Niggle. Inky and Niggle are having a little side-by-side action. We like it. I do believe, though, the safety car has been called at this point. So this racing is just for fun, because they will be queuing up behind Brisbane any time soon. Hodgie there, and I think as Seamus had a little bit of a dodging stealth moment and ended up off the track. So here we go then. They've slowed it down a bit. And I think we're going to have a restart. I don't know where, though, so shall we pause that? Shall we pause it and risk it for a biscuit? Do you really want to see the grid? It's all right, isn't it? It's worth it. I've written it all down and everything. I may as well, haven't I? I know it stops the flow, but the flow didn't start, if you get my meaning. This is the start. Right, then. We'll do it quickly. So there's Brisbane in the, well, they're all BMWs, so let's not start fiddling around with that. But Brisbane in the Valvoline car. Do you like Valvoline? Put a tick next to their name for the season. Then we have Unforgiven in the Napa livery. I think he was one of the promoted ones. Don't start getting me on who's promoted, demoted, because I didn't write all that down. In third, we have Victor in a West team. In fourth, we have Paul, one of the other comms guys. You can catch him. I think he's covering League 3, the one I'm racing in. So it all connects. So there's Paul, and he's racing for the Falcon team. Then we have Niggle for Marlborough in fifth. In sixth, he's all the way over there. He's part of my team. He is Inky. Yes, Inky. Number 6 in the Lucky Strike team. He's very close to Declan there in the Valvoline. Fantastic. These cars look absolutely mighty. I know you're eager to get this race underway, but we have to be introduced. I believe this is Stealth in 8th place in the Dubby team. And behind him, we have the second West car of Love Rocket Rod. And of course, someone with Love Rocket Rod would be Car 69, wouldn't he? Wouldn't he just? Oh, ladies, one night with Love Rocket Rod, and you will know why he's called that. Seaboard is in the Falcon team, and he is residing in 10th at the moment. I know we're halfway around the lap, but we'll get there. Oh, this is tight, isn't it? Hey? So I believe we've got Biggie in the Dubby team, Car 62, and Slowpoke in the Lucky Strike. Another commentator. Maybe all the commentators. No, because Paul's not in a Lucky Strike. So another another commie. Get him, America. No, another comms guy, and I believe he's covering. Oh man, I don't want to get it wrong. Oh no, Paul's not doing League 3 either. I was wrong about that. I think Paul might be doing League 2. Slowpoke might be doing League 4. Trust me, I do listen in the debrief, but sometimes I get distracted by butterflies. So anyway, that's Slowpoke. He's in the Lucky Strike. This was longer than I said it was going to be, wasn't it? I missed someone here. Is Biggie, is it? Are you Biggie? No, because you drive. No, I've done Biggie. You must be Firepower. This is Firepower. He's in the Castrol team. You've lost all interest now of the teams and everything, haven't you? Sorry. Hodgie in the Marlborough. And then final, we have Seamus Cash in the Napa team. Okay, I apologise. It was a little bit off the trail. I didn't look at the tyres. We've got to check their tyres out as well. I apologise. So this will be quick as well. Brisbane's on the mediums. He started the mediums. Unforgiven started on the hards. Victor started on the mediums. Paul started on the mediums. Nigel started on the hards. Inky started on the mediums. Declan started on the mediums. Stealth started on the softs. Watch out for Stealth. Love Rocket Rods, of course, he started soft because he's going to end hard, ladies. Broad is on the racing mediums. Biggie's on the racing hards. Slowpoke is on the mediums. Firepower's on the mediums. Hodgie's on the hards. Did we even see Hodgie? Yeah, he's Marlborough Bot man. Hodgie's on the hards, and Seamus. I tell you what, I had to ask my wife if that was a C or an E, because I didn't know if he was Scummus Cash or Seamus Cash. But he's Seamus Cash, ladies and gents. So back to the action. I apologise. No more messing about. We are here, and Brisbane is leading us away. We're at Fuji for 30 laps. I didn't even tell you where we were. I apologise. It's a mess. Blame Kaz and his rogue coder. So under safety car conditions at the moment, we're in the final sector. And this is great for the tyres. This is great. The people who started on hards must be fuming. Although it's a lap. They only have to do 3 laps on them. And it is a lap that they've kept with the pack and in amongst it. So yeah, I'm not sure. I don't know who this works for. It works for everyone. It kills a lap, and none of them have used tyres up. So now I imagine Brisbane's going to pull the trigger, and away he goes. We are a start for League One in the Ultimate Racing League. Buckle up, guys. We're in for a ride. Brisbane then leads them away from Unforgiven, and then we've got Victor. Victor looks like he's getting a toe off of Unforgiven. Will he have a dash in at the first corner? Those medium tyres, he had a nudge from Paul behind, I'm sure. They looked like contact, but maybe not. I may have been wrong there. It just looked like a jerk. Nigel then in 5th in the Marlborough. I'm not sure yet. We'll not start going down that road. Inky's in the Lucky Strike, I know that. So Nigel doing a fine job there in 5th place. Someone's just gone flying off the track. Oh, it's the Lucky Strike. It's Inky. It's Inky. Inky missing his braking, maybe, or having a to-do. Should we look? Does he? Yeah, just quick. But that intro was so long. I don't want to. So how did he get there on his own volition, or was he helped? That's the question at the moment. He's right with a curb. Darn those curbs. And that is the story of Inky down and into 11th, maybe 12th, because Hodgie's just burnt past him. And I imagine Firepower will fancy a go as well, as they're 3 abreast. And it looks like Inky's just letting them go by until he gets his bearings. See, Broad looks like he's had issues as well. He's got a bit of damage on the front. Brisbane, meanwhile, leads the pack on the medium tyres against Unforgiven on the hard, and Victor on those mediums with Paul as well, gagging at the bit, biting, chomping to get the race going. And Unforgiven is the cork in this bottle at the moment, which is giving Brisbane an absolute great opportunity to open a gap. You're getting engine noises, aren't you? Yes, that's all right. It's just because it's all very quiet in the ear roll, and I thought, I hope you're getting the engine noises. So Brisbane at the moment against for Unforgiven now. Paul's made a move on Victor. Paul gets a move done on Victor, and that's Victor down to 4th. Nigel in 5th still. We're all Declan now. Love Rocket in 7th. Stealth, we've had some movement. 9th to Rocket, Biggie's in 10th, Seamus is up to 11th now, with Hodgie down in 12th, Firepower in 13th, Seabroad's up to 14th, Inky has really backed out of this one. He really took that off badly. Brisbane then leads with Unforgiven under the cosh now of Paul. He had Victor for the first lap, and now he has to deal with what Paul is got to deal and dash out or whatever. Declan then, he's looking very, oh no, he's under pressure from the Nigs. The Nigel is all up and in his business. Got to be very careful with that name. Can't short on it. I've just realised that. So Nigel then pushing on and trying on Declan. Declan, is he on the medium tyres as well, Declan? So Nigel putting on the pressure, but he's got Love Rocket up his bum. And that's not something I'm sure he thought he'd ever hear. But our man Nigel is got a bum full of Love Rocket rods. Love Rocket rods going for a move around the outside. Does it stick? The cameraman's... Oh, no, not quite. Nigel gets back again. and Love Rocket has to try again. Love Rocket on those soft tyres. How long do they get with the soft tyres, one asks. At times 3, I imagine not very long. And Love Rocket is pushing on. Oh, he's gone wide though. Left himself wide open for Stealth. Is that in the dubby? Ah, they're getting tangled up on the exit of the corner. But I think Stealth is... No, Love Rocket's still ahead. And now Slowpoke having a look at Stealth. And Stealth could be in trouble here, even though he was the one on the attack. It's the soft tyres. They're still holding in there, but only just. Let's have a look at the top. Oh no, you can do it a quicker way. Sorry. Brisbane then. On the mediums, everything's good. Unforgiven in. Oh, we are past the 3 laps, so he's done his 3 laps. And he is in to get rid of those hard tyres. So he's gone. Oh, sorry about that. So Brisbane now, Victor. He wasn't on, was he? Yeah, he was on hard tyres. He did an amazing job in second place, holding off the crew. Victor back ahead of Paul. I'm sorry I'm missing all the action, but there is so much action. How can you catch all of it? We'd be here all night picking the bones out of this race. They're dicing and slicing up and down the pack. So we catch what we can catch. Declan, especially on a track with a long straight where you tow past. Declan, he was under a lot of pressure, and now he's adding the pressure to Paul. A 43.4 for Paul last time around. It was not his best lap, and Declan now is going to make him pay for whatever small mistake he made and lost a couple of seconds on. And Declan is all up in his business. Love Rocket's passed and Niggle has had a poor lap as well along the way there. Stealth in 7th. He's still on those soft tyres. He's looking at feisty. He's against the hard-tyred Niggle at the moment with Slowpoke in the Lucky Strike just behind him on the medium tyres, keeping track of Stealth. Surely he's got... Well, he might have about 10 laps in those softs. I'm not sure, you know. Oh, gosh. So Brisbane then leads the way. He's opened up a huge gap there, hasn't he? And Victor on the medium tyres. Ahead of Paul and Declan in the fight as well. So Brisbane running away. Where did the Unforgiven come out? We'll go down the field and see where Unforgiven has come out and what tyres he chose to go onto. Love Rocket Rods on those soft tyres, up to 5th place for him right now. And Stealth as well coming through the field on those soft tyres. Niggle on the hards in 7th with Slowpoke on the mediums just behind him in 8th. So Niggle's taking those hard tyres quite deep into this race. He only has to do a minimum of 3 laps, which we saw Unforgiven do, but Niggle opting to take the hard tyres longer than the minimum. Interesting. Slowpoke on those medium tyres. He's been tracking Niggle for a while now. I'm sure he'll be thinking about making a move soon. Seamus has got the fastest lap on those soft tyres as well in 9th place. So Seamus pushing on. Firepower in 10th place on the medium tyres. He's in no man's land, and he's got a gap ahead and a gap behind. There's Seabroad in 11th and Unforgiven come out of the pits on a set of mediums. 12th place, ladies and gents. Let's see his progression. Inky. Oh yeah, we saw him back out. He had a bit of an off and then let quite a lot of the field through. So Inky for the Lucky Strike guys in 13th so far. And he's going to be pushing on this race. It's a long race. It's 30 laps. We've done 5 laps so far. We've still got a long way to go and a lot of pit stops to make up our mind of what positions anyone is finishing. Biggie then in the Dubby car is in 14th at the moment, but he's not too far behind Inky with Hodgie chasing him down on the soft tyre. So it looked like Hodgie had a bit of an issue on lap 3, but he's back on course now. Brisbane building gaps. He wants to be more sociable. You want to hang out with the pack, my friends. Victor building a gap also from Paul. Paul, we saw he had a bit of a lap on lap 3, but he has pulled away from Declan now, who's picked up a penalty, and he's got Love Rocket Rods all up and in his busyness. So Declan now is looking, instead of trying to get himself by Paul, he's having to deal with the pressure from the Love Rocket. And we've already seen him insert that Love Rocket in Niggle, who's disappeared. And now he's trying to get Declan with it. Everyone's getting a poke from the Love Rocket this evening. And oh my God, a little mistake there from Declan. And Love Rocket pounces on him. And there is no way to do this when even not trying to sound dirty when someone's called Love Rocket Rods, okay? I'm not even trying. It's just sounding that way. And Love Rocket pounces and he's got him. Declan had no choice there. He just had to bite the soap. Stealth right there in their wake. Stealth trying to pick some good positions up from Declan's half-a-second penalty there. And I think Stealth is. And he's also going to pick up a lovely little toe, I believe, from Love Rocket. The soft runner's still continuing on. Declan just pulling to one side. I thought he was coming into the pits, but no, he was paying his penalty. Now down to 6th. Seamus up to 7th on the soft tyres, but he's being fought by Slowpoke. Is he on his way past or on his way? I think he's on his way back. No, Slowpoke is fighting him, I'm pretty sure. 42-0, 42-2. That's not going to tell me anything. Seamus has got good pace here. And Slowpoke, he's just having to stare at the back of the Napa team's BMW for the time being. Lap 7 of 30. And we're watching Slowpoke in 8th place. He's ahead of Firepower, but we already established Firepower has boundary issues. They're all I don't know if it's his deodorant. Maybe he uses Lynx. Maybe he uses Castrol, and that is the issue. But he's got a huge gap in front of him and a huge gap behind. So Firepower is the bridge between our packs. Meanwhile, Broad, oh no, he's picked up a penalty. Unforgiven had a slide on then, but he gathered her up, and he's still behind at Seabroad, who is just going to come. Well, he's got a way to go before he pays that penalty. And I imagine Unforgiven does not want to be trapped behind Seabroad at 43.7 last time around. This is hurting Unforgiven. He wants to be able to keep Brisbane at a, not too far distance. He's used his hard tyres. Brisbane has not. So all that time, Unforgiven has a chance of closing in. We've got Ian in the chat saying, I use Brute. Ah, bless you. It's Brute that's keeping them away. So Unforgiven then, right under the wing of Broad. We've lost him a little bit there, hasn't he? And Broad's going to pay a penalty. So maybe Unforgiven's liking it. He's 42.8. That's not the lap times I'm sure he's looking for. But he goes by as Seabroad pays his penalty. Niggle's there in the action as well. Looks like Niggle has recently pitted, because those mediums, if they're from the start, then I salute you. 8 laps? No way. Oh, nearly 3 wide in that first corner. Niggle making a move on Seabroad. Seabroad absolutely getting the rough end of the shaft after that penalty and losing 2 positions and maybe 3, because Inky is on the comeback, ladies. He's on the ascension. Watch out. What he's putting out there is some strong stuff. Here he comes. So Inky then ready to do battle with Seabroad. And Seabroad at the moment having a rough lap. Nothing to do with tyres. It's just one of those. And Inky ready to pounce on my man Seabroad. Or just Broad. What do we reckon? Inky all up and in his business. Let's get some on-car fruitiness as we come to of lap 8 up around the tight wiggly section. Oh, is that a gap that Inky can deal with? He's having a look. He's put a nose in, but now he's on the outside. Or is he going to do the old switcheroo? No, he's going for the outside. No, he's pulling her in. Now he's going for the toe. Well, back end wants to play other games, and Inky has to gather her up and loses the momentum he needed to have a bash at Broad. And Broad survives for some of this straight. Behind them, Hodgie pulling Biggie along. Someone's pitted. Seamus has come in, and I'm imagining he was on softs. There you go. They've just changed to mediums. I'm telling you, that rogue coder, Kaz, get him sacked. Some shenanigans going on. So yeah, Seamus has gone on to the medium tyre. He's done 9 laps on them softs. Who else was on the softs? It was Love Rocket, wasn't it? Ouch. Love Rocket, how is your lap times? They're not bad, they're not bad. He's got Stealth as well. Stealth's using his a little bit more, but they're still in the 41s. Declan, on the mediums though, he's on the 41s, so the softs are no faster than the mediums, but at the moment, no slower, but bigger chance of spinning. Paul's getting 40s out of his, and so is Victor, but Brisbane, no 40s as well. He's no faster than any of the others, he's got a gap. And where did he get that gap, that third lap of the 39? Because his lap times, now the fuel halfway through, so they're going to have to take on fuel. I can't imagine they're fuel saving. This is not a track to fuel save at, really. So I imagine they're going full hilt, ladies and gents. Paul, he might be saving some. Nah, he's not really, not in the tow. Love Rocket continues on with those tyres. He's not scared of a spin. And Stealth also in 5th on the soft still. Mediums for Declan. And all he has to do is stay behind those soft runners, I imagine. He can go a lot longer. Slowpoke is on the mediums. Firepower on the mediums. Unforgiven is onto the mediums, but has done hard tyres. I imagine he's starting to feel a little impatient now on lap 10 that people haven't been looking like they're making pit stops. I mean, 20 laps to go. They've got to do at minimum 3 laps on the hard tyre. Soft tyre, it looked like it lasts 10 laps at best. Let's be honest. I think Love Rocket and Stealth may have gone a lap over with their tyres. They haven't spun though, so they've gone a lap over. I just don't know. Looks like Declan's ready to get a move done on Stealth at the moment. Stealth clinging on barely, and Declan are ready to make the move in the Valvoline Team BMW, and that is him through. And Declan up, Stealth down. And he's got Slowpoke on the way as well. The softs have definitely done their best. So 10 laps on them. Yeah, I guess they want to do another, 7 laps on the mediums, the medium runners. I need them to go another 7 laps. I reckon they could do that. Easy. So Brisbane leads with Victor. Yeah, Rocket's in, and so is Stealth. Victor then in 2nd. Paul starting to put the pressure on Victor as, well, I say they're really minimum, I imagine. They're going to want to come in lap 19. I mean, they could try and do the 10 laps on the soft tyres, but you're asking a lot. I mean, later in the day as well, I think they've got the time going at times 12. And so the later in the race, the track should be cooler, but still, 10 laps is a lot to ask for the soft tyre. So the minimum, I suppose, the stop on the medium they want is 17 laps with 3 laps on the hards. If they do 3 laps, they might go longer. And at the moment, Paul and Victor having a glorious battle, but Victor makes a mistake. Paul is through, and like a band, oh, he's got a big wiggle on, gives Victor another chance, but Victor doesn't seem to want that chance. Victor's really used those medium tyres up, hasn't he? Victor's not going to lap 17 on those tyres. He might have to lean on those hard tyres more than the rest of the field. If he can't get a set of mediums 11 laps into the race, what's he going to do to the softs? He's going to absolutely destroy them. So yeah, Victor, he's going to have to spend, I think, a little bit of the time of this race on a set of hards, longer than he probably would like. Declan then 4th place, Slowpoke in 5th on his mediums, just going along, baby. Unforgiven now up into 6th. He's thinking this is more like it, but
great race.
Laps to try and get out of these tyres, I imagine, even giving the softs 10, and I don't think they will last 10. So interesting stuff. Niggle in 7th. He's come a long way, ladies and gents. Look at him in 7th, doing absolutely smashing lap times and giving Unforgiven a run for his money. He's on the same tyres. Is he? No, he may have stopped for the hards, didn't he? I think he did. Lap 5, yeah, because I said he went a bit longer than expected on the hards. So Niggle there. He's not far off to say he's done his hard tyre. I'm sure he's done his hard tyre run. I wish I wrote down what tyres they started on now. Or did he go on softs? I can't remember, you know. I've got to be honest with you. I'd like to sound like I know what I'm talking about. I think he definitely pitted on that 5. I think he had the hards on. So to be that close to Niggle isn't bad. Niggle. He's Niggle. He's closest to Niggle than anyone can be. That close to Unforgiven, sorry. I think that's race on, bruh. Inky in 8th place, being pursued by Love Rocket, who's decided to give those hards a go. Seabroad on the mediums in 10th. Seamus, he pitted from the softs to the medium tyre, and I think he did that about lap 7. Yeah, no, 8 or 9. So Seamus going on to the mediums from the softs. He's only got the hards to run, and I suppose he can just leave these mediums on now until they die. It's not a bad strategy, because the other guys are just guessing on how the softs are going to handle at the end of this race, those that will save the softs to the end. So unless I suppose the mediums go on to softs and then run the softs until they don't run anymore, and then go in and put hards to the end of the race. But really, you want to be on a fighty tyre at the end of the race. You want to put your best intentions at the end, where you've got the most chance. Seamus then, having a very good battle and closing in very quick to Seabroad, who is nursing some rough tyres at the moment. And I think it's just inevitable when Seamus is going to come by. Stealth in 12th. Oh, that didn't work out for him. He was very close to our man Love Rocket, wasn't he? But they've ended up with 2 cars between them. And Seamus is making the move now. He's looking of Seabroad. Oh, he's going the long way. No, he's not. He's tucking in. Maybe thinking about a run down here. It's a tight corner. If you can get on the apex, you could possibly get a run. But no, he's just going to follow him down into the chicanes. And the chicanes, that's when the brave men do it. That's where the big men do it. Most of us, mere mortals, we wait for the straight for a toe. But Seamus at the moment, putting the pressure on Seabroad in the Falcon team. And he's soaking it up, ladies and gents. You've got to say, a set of tyres that don't want to play, he's playing. So Victor, we said his tyres were getting shredded. He has made a pit stop on lap 13. What is he going to go on to? And how long are they going to last? Seabroad at the moment sucking up the pressure from Seamus. Seamus is going for the move. No, there's no move to have. He's going to have to try and do it on the toe and into the first corner, ladies and gents. That is his only option. And we are watching that now. The toe's not pulling. Here he comes. Whoa, here he comes. Watch out. Girls. No, he cannot break into the corner with the fresher tyre than Seabroad. You've got to say, Seabroad won the battle of the balls there, but Seamus, it's any time now. He's having a look. No, Broad covers him off. He's looking on the inside. No, he breaks out of it. He does not fancy it. He's got a good run now, though. No, come on. I've got to look at other people on this track. You're taking too long. Seamus, be incisive. Take the move. Don't dawdle. No, look. He's building this one. He's been planning this one for a lap and a half. And he will take his bloody, well, good time about it. He's looking again in the chicane, and I'm going to move on. I really am. We've got to see what other people are doing. It is a beautiful battle, though. I do like it. I am enjoying it. But Seamus just can't seem to do anything about Seabroad. I thought it was going to be inevitable with those tyres, but Seabroad clinging on to whatever grip he's got, and he is keeping Seamus at bay and pulling away. Stealth then in 12th on those hard tyres, going for his run. Who did we see pit? Firepower is in 13th. He had that big gap, didn't he? And it's still a big gap, but He has closed into a couple of the cars in front, but I think that might be down to pits. Yes, Stealth on the hards. Firepower still on his original mediums. Biggie in 14th. He's gone to softs. He pitted, well, I hope he pitted on lap 9. And that was a long pit stop. Was he thinking about the tyres? Did you get out and have a little feel of them? Love Rocket is pitted. He's done his 3. So has Stealth. They're hitting the 3 mark. And then they're going to run mediums for the rest of this race. Not a bad plan. So Firepower then gets to move ahead on his original tyres. Not even pitted yet. And the other boys have made all their pit stops. So Firepower probably not feeling too good about that. As Love Rocket exits the pit stop. And Stealth a little bit closer. No, Biggie can part him. Nope. So Biggie on the softs doing some good lap times at the moment. And Hodgie on the mediums. He pitted on lap 11, so I wonder what he was on. Okay, so he couldn't have taken the hards 11 laps. I lost track, I'm sorry guys. So Brisbane, on his original mediums, he's going long. And Paul is keeping track of him. It's not that bad, you know, the distance isn't as big as I thought. I think Brisbane hasn't pulled away, he pulled that gap out, but hasn't lengthened it. Oh, in the chat we got more. Seabroad in the chat saying, great race, pity I span in lap 1. Yeah, but I don't think you were the only one. So Paul on a push at the moment. We're down to a quarter of a tank of fuel, just under. So these guys will be topping up with the fuel. Then Slowpoke in 3rd. He snuck that one up there, and after all the pit stops. Unforgiven in 4th, but Declan really on. I think he's overtaken Declan. Declan's tyres look like they're hurting now. Victor back out on a set of softs. So Victor, let's see how long he can get a softs to go. He'll probably have to do his 3-lap minimum. They'll probably be dead after 3 laps. Hello, Victor. English speaking. I'll learn how to say hello in those little ways. Nigel in 7th. Marlborough teamed BMW on those medium tyres. I think he started, I don't know what he started on, softs I believe. I'm not sure. I lost track. I should have wrote it down. Brisbane's come in. I don't think that's, oh yeah, it could be for tyres. Paul is gonna stay out, I believe. Paul's staying out. Paul thinks there's more time left in those mediums so far. Brisbane's just pulled up to his block. Slowpoke continuing on with the mediums as well. I said lap 17 won it. 3 laps on the 3 of... Yeah, I don't know. Why am I guessing? So Brisbane's done the medium tyre. Slowpoke on the medium tyre from the beginning, I believe. Unforgiven's done the hard tyre. He's now getting his way through the medium tyre. Victor's gone to the soft and he's closing in on Unforgiven. That is big fun. Nigel is on his... They're new mediums, I believe, or newish. But I can't see where he pitted, if he did. He might not have, actually. He might have started on those. He's really looked after those tyres if he has. Great stuff. Declan goes in. I think he's getting rid of his set of mediums. They were pretty harsh, weren't they? And Brisbane back out ahead of Slowpoke, just about, and obviously behind Paul, but it looks like a pit lane, that corner. When they go into it, I always think, but it's not. So Paul, that's a glorious looking car, isn't it? It's striking. Everyone's been on their A game, it has to be said, for the liveries in this championship, up and down the leagues. If you go to their Facebook, I think yesterday League 4s might have been posted, and I'm obviously doing League 1. I think tomorrow there's going to be a couple of other leagues dropping, so all through the week you get the leagues dropping. They've got to be worth a watch, surely. So Paul's fuel is now flashing. Brisbane's up to temperature. He put the softs on as well. Slowpoke, his fuel's flashing, and he has decided this is the pit stop. Lap 17. Who called it, eh? Who's your mama? I mean your dada. Unforgiven then. He's not going in. What's he doing? What are you doing? That's not right. You are not going to get 13 laps out of a set of soft tyres, Unforgiven. I'm sorry, I don't care how big you think they are and how long you think it is. You are not getting 13 laps, 12 laps. You're not getting them, I'm telling you. You didn't even get them out of a set of mediums. Jeez, who does he think he is? Seamus then continues on with Nigel in 4th. Go on, Nigel, all the way. Victor on the softs, chasing down Brisbane, and Paul's fuel is flashing, but he continues on nonetheless. Slowpoke, that's Unforgiven on softs. He's gone on softs. He's a madman. I'm calling it now. Lap 18. Well, he's not getting it. No, he's not gonna. They're not gonna last. I don't care who he thinks he is. And even if they do last, I'm right. Don't try that at home, kids. Maybe he might be able to do it. Maybe Unforgiven has a special tyre whispering knack. But it is not advised to try and get 12 laps out of a set of soft tyres. Okay. Declan then in 8th. He's on soft tyres, but I don't believe he has had his hard run yet. He just hasn't had a hard on this race. Paul's into the pits. Paul is into the pits. Brisbane takes over the lead again. Paul, what's he going to opt for? Is he going to go hard or is he going to go soft? Is it going to be a 3-lap hard run, or is he just going to put the softs on and try and do 3 laps at the end of the race? Oh, Victor is through with his softs, but his softs have lasted all of 5 laps. 5 laps maybe, if you count the out lap. So, I don't know, you know. Yeah, 5 laps. So, 5 laps and they're virtually done. And Unforgiven's going 12 or whatever he decided to go. Nigel still on the original tyre. Oh, Paul's pitted, sorry. Paul's coming. Oh, he put hards on. So is this just a 3-lap stint? And then moving on to the softs for the remainder of the race. Seamus in 5th place. I can't for the life of me. I think he started on softs. So he hasn't done the hard tyre. So maybe he's looking to make a pit stop around lap 27. I don't know what it means if you're lapped. I mean, I don't think anyone has been lapped. But I don't know what the tyre rule is. If you've decided, right, I'm going to do the last stint, 3 laps at the end on hard tyres, and you've been lapped whilst you've got those hard tyres on. I don't know if your goose is cooked or if you can argue, look, come on, I would have done the other lap if I was allowed. But at the moment, Seamus saving the hards for the end, I believe. In the Napa team, running in 5th place. Great drive. 41s. Paul is on, well, he's on an outlap. So Slowpoke is on an outlap. It's not very good. Slowpoke's gone to the hard, so he's not used the softs. So he looks like he's doing a 3-lap stint. Unforgiven. Absolute mentalist. Absolute crazy frigger. Niggles into the pits. Is he the last? He may be the last to pit. And, what will he be choosing? Seamus then goes up and into 4th place at the moment. And he's continuing on, remember, for a while yet. He's in a good position. He's in a good position. He's got as many pit stops to make as Unforgiven has in this race. Slowpoke, even though he's done all 3 compounds, I still think he's got another pit stop he's going to be making. Slowpoke then in 5th on those hard tyres, being caught by Unforgiven. I tell you what, he's done 2 laps, he's barely used them, so I could be wrong. I am probably wrong, to tell you the truth. But I like to make these quick judgment calls so I can be wrong and open to mockage at any time. Ian in the chat saying great comms. I'll have to finish watching this off tomorrow. Yeah, I started late. I'm sorry, guys. It's because I got thrown off by the wacky glitch, the Kaz's rogue coder at the beginning. So I ummed and ahed on how to start the stream. I'm still not happy with the way it started. Next round, come back for next round for sure, because I reckon I could do a better job. Why am I not hearing engines? You not hearing engines? That'd be shocking. Oh no, you still hear engines. I'm not hearing any of the engines anymore. How bizarre. So, Unforgiven, I like to hear the engines. Brum, brum, brum. I'll have to make the engine sounds now. Brum. Slowpoke's in 5th with Unforgiven now all up and in his business. I tell you, Unforgiven is hungry. Oh, hang on, it's something to do with my button. I'm going to have to get some new headphones. Am I still talking? Yeah, I just wiggled my button on my headphones. Oh, what my Palm Beach £8 Tesco pair I'm going to have to replace after 3-4 years of coms. That's unbelievable value. So Seamus is still there, you know. I know he's got to do a pit stop for hard tyres, but I mean, yeah, no, Unforgiven's probably going to do it, you know. I was probably wrong. Declan then in 6th on those softs. He has not used the hards. He's not used the hards yet, so... Oh, he's pushing hard, baby. He is pushing that Valvoline BMW to its absolute limitation. What is the fastest lap? Well, Brisbane. Do we count him? He's a bit of a cut above, isn't he? 1:38.9. So anything in the 40s, I imagine, is acceptable by the rest of the field. Niggle then on the soft tyres, pushing on. He's in 7th. Love Rocket in 8th. He's used all the compounds. He's running to the end. Whoever's got a pit ahead of him, beware. I see Love Rocket coming back in this race. Slowpoke on the soft tyre now. Is that a run to the end? It could be, because we saw him on the hards, didn't we? So he's done his 3 laps on the hard tyre. And now Slowpoke running to the end on the softs with Love Rocket on the medium. So Love Rocket could be in trouble from Slowpoke. This is getting hot in here. So let me take off all my clothes. Paul's back up into 2nd because Victor absolutely murdered a set of soft tyres. He left no white behind on that. He used that to the hilt. His lap times are all right though, so fair play. Seamus then up and into 3rd. Can Seamus believe it when he dodged out of the braking zone on that very first corner and ended up right at the back of the pack? And he is running 3rd at the moment with the hard tyre, I believe, left to run, which he's obviously going to leave until the final 3 laps. Brisbane leads this race by an absolute country mile, and Brisbane has yet to use the hard tyre also, but he's just using up the softs now. Paul went hard and he's still hard, and I tell you what, this should be his last lap of being hard, and I think he's about time he goes soft, which is going to be at the end of this lap, I am pretty sure. Seamus is in 3rd. He's still got to go hard. Unforgiven. Oh, Unforgiven under pressure from Victor, who's come out of the pits on a set of hard tyres and overtaken. I've got no words. I don't know what to say. How did Victor do that? He must have come out alongside him and I don't know, cold hard tyres, and Victor is absolutely giving it big uns against Unforgiven, who's in a nicely bedded in set of soft tyres. This is hard. Oh, they are all up and in each other's business. Helpful for Niggle on the soft tyres behind, and Declan also, who's getting to the end of his soft tyres. Are these just people moving out of the way of the tow? It is. It's not pit stops. And now it looks like Unforgiven getting the toe that he wanted to get by. He's going to have the grip in this first corner. Victor, he's going to have to use the brake. Is it 3 wide? Is Niggle going to make this 3 wide? He really is. He has, and they've got by. So Unforgiven into 4th place. But will the tyres last? That's what I hear you all asking. Who knows? Niggle in 5th. He sneaked that one in. But I'm not sure Niggle's run the hard tyre yet. And this is Victor's last tyre compound. He'll be running this until the end. Unforgiven has backed off there a little bit and let Niggle through for some reason. Maybe he doesn't want to race so hard because he's got to look after his set of soft tyres. Maybe he wants to sit in Niggle's wake to try and ease his tyres a little bit. I don't know. But I definitely think there was a bit of, he's looking after his tyres. He's got to look after them. They're good. Oh, it's not often I'm right, Unforgiven. But you know what? I've got a big fat I told you so right here waiting for you. As soon as you cross that white line, you just wait. You're getting it. All in a nice bow. So Nigel at the moment on those soft tyres, still got to run the hards. Seamus, I believe, has still got to run the hard tyre. Paul, oh, he didn't go in. He's going long on those hards. Doesn't trust the soft tyre. And Brody says he's sticking to the bitter end. I'm sorry, mate. I'm trying to make it. Yay! I told thee so. What was you? It must have been a button push. He must have pushed the wrong button. Surely he wouldn't have made that decision. Sorry, mate, if it was a button blip. So Brisbane leads this race. He's yet to use the hard tyre, though, remember. Paul, he is yet to use the soft tyre. This is the Duke out at the front, but I think the gap is just way too big to call it a Duke out. We'll see. We will see. Brisbane's absolutely loving the softs, although he's dropped back into the 40s, which he was managing on the medium tyre. Oh, God, I hope Unforgiven doesn't watch this stream. No one tell him that was Alex's strategy. What, lots of pit stops? Throw it away at the end. Don't tell him about this stream. He might not notice. I'm fairly new around here. I don't think he's realised who I am yet. So we might be safe. Sorry, bird. So Brisbane leads Paul in second, but Paul needs more fuel. He's going to get rid of those hards. He's going to put the softs on. Ladies, prepare yourself. Paul is just about to show you what he's about. Seamus then, he's still continuing on, and why wouldn't he? He doesn't need to use those hards until the lap 27. Brody, he's got a big spoiler. He says Unforgiven still beats him. I haven't seen where he's come out yet. Paul is... Oh, Nigel is on the moves, isn't he? Nigel's got the moves, hasn't he? And then Victor, he's on the hards. Paul's out on the softs. So beware Victor. Paul is coming, but Declan sneaks one through. But Declan is absolutely destroying a set of softs right now. And I imagine he just doesn't want to go on the hard tyre just yet. Enjoying 5th place, isn't he? Paul in 6th. Love Rocket. Rods in 7th, remember? He was going to make big gains from all the pit stops. Declan's still got a pit. Seamus has still got a pit. And Nigel's still got a pit. So Love Rocket Rods is lurking in the background, hoping that at least 2 of those 3 will end up behind him. Unforgiven on another set of tyres, so he is just mad dashing it all the way to the end. Slowpoke also on a set of soft tyres for Lucky Strike team, and he is chasing Unforgiven. And Inky, oh look, the two my 2 teammates are in 9th and 10th. Inky, it's not bad, is it? Because he did drop back. So Inky pulling it back a bit. I've lost track of these guys' tyres. I'm sorry, I don't mean to be elitist, but let's face it, it's the pointy end that is more like the championship-ness. Stealth, he's waiting. He's on soft tyres till the end. He's gone back to softs, and he obviously didn't like the hards. He did 3 laps, or because he was on his last set running to the end, the same as what Love Rocket was. Oh, Love Rocket's on mediums, so looks to me like Stealth has gone back in and put an extra set of soft tyres on. He started on the softs, he wants to end on the softs. Fair play, I suppose, if he had the gap, but there's Seabroad, 12th on the softs. Is he going to be able to close in on... Stealthy's on a push though, and he Declan pits. Someone's at the side. What's going on? What go on? That's a big one. We might have to watch that, Inky. I'm so sorry, mate. I don't mean to embarrass you, but wow, you broke everything on that car, and I don't know how. Oh, that was nothing, wasn't it? Oh wow, they damaged that. How did that break the middle of the car? Just a fender bender. No one cared about that. Shouldn't have even shown up, Inky. That's ridiculous. You got rogue coded. Declan then. in onto the hards for his final run. And ninth, is there any hope ahead of him? I think Slowpoke's running to the end. Unforgiven is running to the end, and he's caught Seamus, who had to pit and put the hards on. So Seamus has pitted, and Unforgiven has gained a place there. And Declan possibly, no, I don't think he will, you know. Bit of a distance between himself and Seamus, who's trying to get a move on a lucky strike. How dare you? How very, hey, excuse me, sir. Excuse me, how dare you? It's lucky strike. They're the top. So Seamus behind Slowpoke for now. Declan on the hard tyres. Stealth on the softs. Is there a fight? No, that's a big gap. Inky, he's on the softs, chasing down Stealth. No, I don't think there's much of a fight there, but it looks like Seabroad is looking punchy behind Inky, so Inky should watch himself, because the Broadman is coming. The Broadman cometh. Biggie in 13th on those soft tyres, and his last lap wasn't his finest, it has to be said. Firepower in 14th. He's finishing the race on the hards ahead of Hodgie, who's on the softs. This could be a day. Firepower, because Hodgie on the softs in the Marlborough is not a million miles away. There could be some battleage left. Brisbane, there has been no battleage with Brisbane, has he? This has been, he hasn't used the hard tyres. He's got to pit this lap, yes. So, Brisbane coming in. Niggle has been the surprise of, he's got to put hards on as well at the end of this lap, hasn't he? No, I thought he was running to the end there. I thought, where did he come from? But yeah, I think Niggle's got to do the hards. Victor's running to the end, and Paul has caught him with those soft tyres, and Paul is going to show him what a strategy looks like. And Victor, though, at the moment, doing fine on his hard tyres. Paul having a little look up the inside there. I lost it all, didn't I? Because they changed positions. And Paul around the outside, but Victor's still got that inside line, and he's still got the position. Paul giving it his all, giving everything he's got. Trying to avoid the marbles in the middle of that corner. They don't seem to make their mind up where they want the marbles. Do they want them on the outside, the inside? No, we'll put them right in the middle. And now Paul will be trying to grab a toe from the West team car ahead on the hard tyres. Paul on the softs. If he can get that toe, he can get a lovely late break up the inside of the first corner, kiss the apex, show Victor the finger, and drive off in the distance with the girl. That's how this ends. It didn't. He didn't late break it. Maybe. Well, there's only two laps to go. I mean, what's he looking after those tyres for? Probably put those tyres on a little bit too late, in all fairness. There's going to be a lot of meat left on those tyres by the end of this race. And again, he's going for another attack. He knows where he wants to overtake him. And it isn't in the first corner. It's right here. Smash, bang, wallop. There you go. Change your underwear, ladies. It's time. So Paul's through. And up to third. Niggle, he's not pitted. He's not pitted. Maybe he has used all three compounds and I missed it. I thought he was on the mediums. I thought he was one of the last to stop, but maybe I was wrong. Maybe he started on the hards. He must have started on the hards. I tell you what a race then from Niggle. I haven't given him enough credit in this race. I apologise. So Brisbane starts the penultimate lap on his hard tyres. Niggle in second, Paul in third, Victor in fourth. I heard whispers Brisbane was the favourite in this league, but Victor was going to give him a run for his money. But Victor has tyre wear issues. Unforgiven in fifth. I mocked him, but come on, fifth place. No one expected Niggle to do what Niggle did. I'm still not sure he's put all the tyres on. I'm not sure. He must have done. He must have started on the hards. He must have started on the hards, and I didn't know. I missed his pit stop. He's got to have had. That's some racing, man. Well done. Brisbane's picked himself up a penalty. He's thought, why not? Give them half a chance. Niggle in second. Paul in third. He's pulled away from Victor. Victor trying, hoping. Paul makes a mistake before the end of the race, but I think it's a done deal. And Victor way too far ahead of Unforgiven. Unfortunately, Unforgiven didn't have to make an extra pit stop. He may be up there in that fight with Victor and Paul. But hey, he's doing better than I could. Love Rocket. Come to him in the end, innit? 6th place. Hey, where did I have him written down to start? 9th. 3 place gain. That's a big one. Slowpoke in 7th. That's good points for the Lucky Strike team. And I'm happy with them. Hopefully he will be. Seamus in 8th on those hard tyres. Declan on the hard tyres. Was it Stealth on the softs? Had an oh, we had a fight at the back, wasn't it? With Hodgie and Firepower. I think it's already happened. God damn it. We missed it. As they start the final lap. And Hodgie did catch up with Firepower, who's having to do those hard tyres at the end. Brisbane looks like he's trying to get the fastest lap on a set of hard tyres. The fool. Niggles going on low. But he has absolutely astounded me in this race. What an absolute banger. Paul looks like he's got the 3rd place all wrapped up ahead of Victor and Unforgiven. Making one more pit stop than most of the field, but still grabbing 5th, which is damn fine business. Love Rocket in 6th, played the waiting game. Oh, is he? Slowpoke. Slowpoke has caught him up in no end, has he? Ouch. Love Rocket's worked for that, and although I am biased towards the Lucky Strike team and would love to see them get a 6th place. Oh, we better go back. This race is nearly done, isn't it? He's going around the final corner, for heaven's sakes. I'll keep an eye on that 6th and 7th place for you as you look at Brisbane come towards the line. Points. All the points going to Brisbane. Well done, that man. Well done, my friend. Niggle. Well. I did not notice his hard stint. And he has done amazing to swoop in there for 2nd. Didn't even look like he was in contention for the podiums in my mind. I thought 6th, 7th person, but no. He has come through and proven that I can't keep track of a race very well. Go Niggle, 2nd place, cracking stuff. Paul gets a podium. Take a boo, my son. Victor home in 4th, could not get those softs to run for him. With Unforgiven, he's got money to burn. He uses all the tyres up. In 5th, Love Rocket held Slowpoke off, and Love Rocket claims that 6th place as he should, with Slowpoke in 7th. Then we've got Seamus in 8th. He was last at the first lap, so that's great. 8th. Declan coming home in 9th with his hard tyres and a huge gap behind him. He could just have a little chill and just cruise over the line for 9th. Stealth coming home in 10th. I'll tell you what, he had exactly the same tactic as the Love Rocket, but for some reason dropped back from the Love Rocket. They were quite close as well. 10th, but could have been 6th. Inky comes home in 11th, and don't forget he had that moment in the race, dropped him really far back. He had done well to come back to 11th. Biggie in 12th. Oh, and Seabroad finishes in 13th with Hodgie and Firepower already done. They didn't get lapped, did they? Yeah, Brisbane. Just Brisbane, though. Oh, wow, we got there. It was a shaky start, I've got to say. What with the weird glitch thing. We've got the first one under our belt. I promise you, round 2 will be better because there won't be no glitch. We'll do the grid walk. Everything will be cool. We'll know the guys a little better. And we'll keep an eye on when Niggle makes his pit stops. Although I think it's sprints next. Be easier to keep track of. Only one pit stop in the 2 races. So I can keep track of that, I reckon. Well, thank you. Glory, glory. A new season has begun. We have got it done. Next Sunday, they will be racing, I think, at the Dragon's Trail, one of them. Don't know which, if it's at the beach or if it's in the garden. I'm going to try, but man alive, I'm not very good at finding things. Trust. I think it was posted here recently. You don't want to hang around waiting for me to look for league tables. Maybe it was in League One I saw it. Oh, look, give me a sec. I'll be there. I promise you. I saw it. It's at the tip of my thumb. Just let me, do you know what? I might not be able to find it. What? Yes, here we go. Yeah, Dragon's Trail Seaside for a 2 sprint race, 2 25-minute races. First race, just softs all the way through. The second race, mediums and hards have to be used. Niggle in the chat saying great comms, buddy. Oh, thanks, man. I missed your little hard tire stint. I'm so sorry. I'm gonna lose sleep over it. I promise you. Right, that's it. There is no more to say. Don't forget, I do a Friday night thing with another group. So if it takes your fancy, pop in, keep me company. It's always nice to have people in the chat. And then next week, we'll be seeing the URL do their thing in the Beamer for round 2. Thanks for watching. Thanks for everything. You're all superstars. And, it's great. It's all great. It's all gravy. I'm pleased.
No worries, I did use them once.
Broadband giving us a great thing, and no worries. Niggle saying, no worries, I did use them, I promise. I trust you. Okay, that's it. Tiru, peace and love. Word to your mother.